Hello, unstoppable writer. I can't believe that we are already into our second week of December. Before I dive into this week's training, I would love to hear from you. What is one of your favorite things about December? So go ahead and type it in the comments, whether it's the snow, whether it's the cookies, whether it's time with family, whether it's celebrating Christ's birth. I'd love to hear from you. What is one of your favorite things about December? And for me, it is all the normal things that you would think. It's the time with family, it's remembering and celebrating Christ's birth. But one of my other favorite things about December is that it's a month where not only is it getting dark earlier, and so there's this desire to kind of stay home, to be cozy, to reflect, but it's also really a time where I try to pay attention to not just the season slowing down, outside my window, but taking time to intentionally slow myself down, to stop, and to really look at the things that I'm doing, the goals that I had set for the year, how they went, reflecting, and then really being intentional about what is my life going to look like in the new year. I love the month of December for this kind of soul-searching, reflective time, because instead of simply waiting for January 1st to kickstart goals and start going after them, I see December as this opportunity for us to slow down, connect to God, and really get clear on where we're going and who we want to be. December can be a time to kind of start new habits, begin a new focus, so that by the time January comes, I already have habits in place, systems in place, and so January 1st is not a restart, it's really a continuation of the momentum that's already been built. And today I want to talk about mindset mastery for writers as we head into the new year. So as writers, last week we talked about the importance of celebrating every small success that you encounter, whether it's the fact that you wrote for 5 minutes today, whether it's the fact that you were semi-consistent on your blog, whatever that success was for the last year, it's so important to take time to celebrate it. But then there's the tension of the small steps that we take, as well as pushing ourselves into uncomfortable areas, doing the things that we know are the next right step, even if it's uncomfortable. And this is where the mindset piece comes in. So it's really important to be thinking about what we're reading, even the people that we're surrounding ourselves with. Mindset, it's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to fall into these subconscious, even avoidance patterns where instead of doing that project that we know that we want to work on, that we should work on, instead we're thinking, we're checking our email, we're on Facebook. And so there's this tension between doing the next small right step, but then also not being afraid to be uncomfortable and to stretch. And so as you look at the next year, I would love to hear from you in the comments or in the group. What are the areas in which you are going to stretch yourself? And then thinking about who you need to become, and even the mindset that you get to embrace to allow you to take those steps. And so on a personal level, for me, during the month of December, that means that I am intentional about the books that I'm reading. I'm making sure that they're motivating me, they're equipping me. It also means that during the month of December, I am paying close attention to my thoughts and my feelings, because it's so easy for us to think negatively about ourselves or to beat ourselves up if we don't perform things perfectly. And so the month of December for me is an opportunity to not just connect with God and kind of bring my thoughts to Him, but also to really listen about who He's called me to be, this gift of writing that He's given me, and where He wants to take my career and my writing in the new year. And so for me, mindset is both creating quiet time to listen and journal and get clear on where I am, what I'm experiencing, what I'm thinking, and then bringing it to God so that He can move it and alter it and speak to it, speak truth, so that I'm entering the new year secure and confident, knowing that I'm doing exactly what I was made to do. And also so that I have the courage for any uncomfortable next steps, whether that means stepping into the spotlight for you, whether that means that you are committing to post consistent content, whether that means that you are committing to finally finish that book that you started. And so I'd love to hear from you. What are ways that you are paying attention to your mindset and getting your mindset in the right place